Let's talk about line tool. It is located over here, and the shortcut to access it faster is the letter L. Activate it, and in order to design, we can just add a line to wherever we want. Click and drag in order to draw a line just however you want to draw. In order to have a straight line, click, drag, and then hold shift down. You have a straight line. Go up just enough, you have a line with a 45 degrees. Go up enough, 90 degree, and so on. We can also rotate our lines from here, our measurement properties. As you can see, we can rotate them however we want. We can flip them horizontally or vertically. And for the lines, it doesn't matter which way you flip them. As you can see, we see the same results for them. On the appearance properties, we can see that the line is treated as a border. So if we want to change the color, we don't have fill. We just have to change the border's color. And as you can see, it is applied to our design. If we want to add to the size and the thickness of our line, we have to do it by increasing the size of the border here. For example, let's go with 10 pixels. We can have a butt cap, which is the default. We can have a round cap, which gives your design a little bit of a style, and we have projecting cap. Just have that in mind when you are using round or projecting cap for your line. The width of your line is a little bit longer than what it actually is on the measurement properties. We have other features that we discussed them before. We can add a shadow to our line, which is cool here, for example. And we can have a background blur or an object blur for our line. There's also something else that I want to talk about here, and that is how XD operates. Actually, XD is not Photoshop or Illustrator. It's a different animal. So we don't have to expect much from it in case of icon making or icon designing. But that doesn't mean that our hands are tied. So we can do some stuff with it. We can do some cool stuff with it. But since we are learning XD, let's start from the bottom. I'm going to delete all of these guys. And then let's create one of the buttons that we all are familiar with it. It has been there since the beginning of the computers, and that's going to be the close button. Right over there, we have it on that artboard, and let's create it with our own line tool. I'm going to grab the line tool from here, then come on my artboard, start drawing, hold shift down in order to have a straight line. Let's go with 40 pixels in the width. I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees, and let's go with a border size of 1.5 pixels. In order to have a little bit of a style, let's go with round cap, and let's change the color to black. Duplicate your line. Flip it horizontally or vertically, it doesn't make any difference. And boom, you have that close button. Select both of them, Command G in order to group them. Awesome, we just created one of the buttons that is used since the dawn of time in designing. Let's do some more complex design. For example, right here, we have this bar. And let's just recreate it. I prefer a rectangle for this job, rectangle tool. Yeah, I prefer that for this job, but let's do it with the line tool. So I'm grabbing my line tool, holding shift down, draw a line, 335, looks good, place it in the middle, go with a round cap, increase the size to, let's say, 3 pixels is fine. And then for the color, let's go with this one here. So we are going to need another line, and instead of just drawing another, I'm going to duplicate this line. A new line is created, so I'm going to place it here in order for you to see better. Change this color to this one. And for the width, I want it to be half. So there is something cool in Adobe XD, and that is we can do math operations here in our measurements properties. So I want it to be divided by 2. Right now I have half of that line. It's perfect. Adobe XD is just awesome. All right. So I'm going to place it here. Next step, we are going to need a circle here. Grab the ellipse tool, hold shift down, a circle, let's go 20 pixels would be fine. Lock aspect, reduce one. All right, we have 20 pixels for it. Place it in the middle. The color in here, as you can see, is linear gradient. Let's do it. Let's pay attention to details here. Linear gradient. Start from this one and into this one here. I just wanted to use the colors that we had in our arsenal. So for the border, let's just do this a little bit, and let's go with something else like red over here. Shadow, increase the amount of blur, and there we just have it. So that was the line tool, a very simple and powerful tool. Later on we'll learn about the vector shapes, and it adds to the experience of designing with the line tool. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more content.